Columbus, GMS Cleveland. GMS Cleveland and GMS Columbus combo. And before we get started, we'll give all praise and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Kakwadash.
Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone who will, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that preach the truth sincerely across the four corners of the earth of Babylon the Great, which is America, according to the scriptures, man. And our enemies dramatically, man. You know, this nigga Brad, he is losing the ruler seat terribly, man. And this is a exciting time for us because this devil's downfall is our upbringing, it's our uprising, you know.
And he's using Jordan. He's using the plan that he's trying to build up.
So Sirach 25 in verse 7, it says, there be 9 things as I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
I say a man that has joy, a man that has joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. You know, and we're in a time of the fall of our enemies, man. You know, this place, America, is crumbling. You know, spiritually, mentally, and physically. The economy is fucked up. You know, the morals of this place is none. It's done away with. You know, the wickedness is increased throughout the earth. You know, this devil woman don't want them no more. You know, this devil is losing on every side as we speak. But it's all prophecy according to how much we on the shop.
Yeah, I was about to add, even people around the world don't want their dollar no more. They don't want their democracy, you know, so on and so forth. The so-called religion, their plantation Christianity, you know, they're losing everything. Okay.
Verse 8.
No. That's it. I got something.
So Revelation 18, and we'll just go to 2. It says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils. And
that's what's going to happen to this place. After this place gets destroyed, this will be a habitation for wild beasts, unclean animals, man, scavengers, and roaches and shit like that. There's not going to be a place where people are just going to live like it is today, man. All these nations over here, different places, hiking areas, all that shit will be done away with, man. You know, these different animals that need, like deers and stuff like that need a certain habitation to live.
National parks.
Right, national parks. It ain't gonna be none of that after the Lord destroyed this place. But yeah, keep going.
it says, in the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean, hateful bird. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the
fornication is the other philosophies, man. You know, the different doctrines that these other nations, these other countries picked up from this place, like places like India that didn't allow the alphabet. Well, that's Saudi Arabia. But I was about India. They didn't allow the alphabet community, and they didn't allow adultery. But now that stuff is legalized there. But those are ways of America, man. The military, the democracy. And then you got Moab, all these different nations wearing 3-piece suits. So they want to follow after this nigga Brad. They want to be like this devil, man. But they think that this is the way, you know. But hey, the Lord is going to destroy this place and how they're place push. That's not what be going on in the kingdom of heaven, man. The Lord's gonna do away with that, with those acts, man.
Precept.
I got that.
This is 1 Corinthians
Put
7.
yours next.
Sir.
31 real quick. It says, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Like you said, it's going into the point, once America is done away with, the conversation in America is going to be done away as well. Like you said, the fashion of this world is going to pass away. All right, the different doctrines, philosophies, so on and so forth, will cease to exist. Once Yahweh Shah sets up his governing body, his throne, under the throne of David. All right, and then the heathen will be forced and subjected to follow after our ways and customs according to the Holy Bible. All right.
This is real quick, bro. The big bro. This is Jeremiah 51 verse 7. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 7. Get to the point. It says Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. All right, that goes into fornication, the philosophies of America. All right. It says, the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Now you can see, this equates to, this goes with hand in hand with Revelation 18 chapter. All right, because all the nations, you heathen nations, y'all drunken of the wine. You got southern tribe, Bunyamin, coming down this joint, thinking everything's going like golden. They got golden roads. And they sold you this dream, but everybody's drunken of it, all right? That's why you got homoism and what do you say, Sonic? That's crazy. I was alluding to Afghanistan about the women not driving and they trying to drive and have rights. What the fuck is that in the scriptures? Contrary, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But whatever, man. It's like y'all the drinking of Esau Edom's bullshit, man. And guess what? You're paying for it now. Everybody's mad, smack.
That's why, like the scriptures speak, concerning the kingdom, they're going to come up to the mountain of the Most High, the governing body, you see, and they're going to learn from us, and they're going to be satisfied with what they have learned from us. You see, they have learned all the ways of Esau Edom, and has gotten nowhere but destroyed the long run, following after his blueprint.
Verse 8, it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed? It's not going to be healed. There's no, after World War III, after the destruction, Yahweh Shah's return, there won't be no nigga in a white, powdered wig trying to say some shit. The founding fathers. The founding fathers, that's going to get destroyed right along with America, man, from sea to shining seas. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. And let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaching up to heaven and is lifted up even unto the skies. And that goes hand in hand with Isaiah 13. The heathen going into their own countries, going back. People going back to what's about to pop off. Because a lot of people is not about to fight for America. That's why we're gonna have the draft, the military draft, man. They're gonna start forcing niggas in the concentration camps. Yo, listen, which plays beautifully into Revelation the 13th chapter.
I got a quick piece of y'all saying like we ain't gonna be doing all this wickedness ain't gonna be in the kingdom, the American, the Edomite way, because that image of Esau is looked at as like he's like civilized. You know what I'm saying? Anything other than that, you don't got no culture, you got no religion, you got nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it says, as a dream, because if you read up, it says that the tongues have walked throughout the earth. So Esau's philosophy, the way he thinks, everything, the way he dresses, all that. It says Psalm 73 and 20. As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. And that's what the Lord gonna do. When he returns and put this earth back in order, the Lord's gonna despise the image of chiefly Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying? He gonna cast it away. And what Job said, he gonna be chased out of the world, so on and so forth. His image ain't gonna be in the kingdom. It's gonna be the image of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai and the Israelites on down. See, they gonna be following our lead. They gonna be trying to, obeying the laws to the best of their ability. They're gonna be coming up to Jerusalem like they did to King Solomon. What you got?
Because when you look at America as a whole, it's a whole big image of what? Pseudoscience, right? Brass science, what he deemed that to be, true doctrine, which is all witchcraft, sorcery. All right, but now we out here to expose this man and tell him that, thus saith the Lord, man, he's gonna destroy you for, telling that our people are just black people, all of the confusion, man. That's why we gotta, expose this devil. But this is Isaiah 13 and verse 19. It say, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, excellency shall be as when Yahweh Shah overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. So, like the brother was saying that in that Revelation 18th chapter, right, how the Lord gonna destroy this place and the wild beast is gonna pretty much dwell here, and for all of the wickedness of this place. This is why the Most High had to burn this place by fire, man. Because it's definitely obviously seeing that it's very wicked. Now you got men being with men being with men, women being with women, okay, bestiality going on, the children of Israel being oppressed and they following out the ways of America. It's a lot to really examine and look at, man. But us trying to convey our people and trying to tell them to come back to the Lord, they're just being niggas, man. At the end of the day, the Lord called them a stiff-necked and rebellious people. And all we got to do is just come out here and just prophesy to the kingdom fall, man. I mean, to this kingdom fall, man. But it says, neither shall the Arabians pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs and shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged, man. And that's the point. The days of America is not about to be prolonged. First and foremost, the Lord is about to gather his elect, man. Because if we stay here, guess what? We all gonna fucking be consumed from all the poison, the wickedness that's going on in this land, man. But the prophet Isaiah is giving you an insight of what's about to happen to this place. Once the thermonuclear destruction hit this place, it's not gonna be Arabian that's gonna be sitting here pitching tent, trying to tell you to come, get some halal food. None of that, bro. It's gonna be through,
If I can add on to it, brother, that's how we know this is a prophecy. Because we know where modern Babylon is in Iraq.
Right.
And they're still inhabiting that land. What could this Babylon be talking about? It's not speaking of, that landmass over there, speaking about the Babylon the Great here in the world. Like brothers going into once the thermonuclear missiles hit this place, which it makes perfect sense. All right, these places is going to be turned into a wilderness, man. If there's a wilderness, like I said, all types of unclean and foul beasts are going to dwell and inhabit. That's why this place is likened unto spiritual Sodom and Egypt, man. All right, and how was the ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, those 5 cities, destroyed by fire? See?
Just because we talking about the fall of the American fall of background, I just looked up signs of the just to get the bullet points, it says extreme political corruption, economic instability, inflation, capital flight, social unrest.
You said political corruption, right? You see the Jeffstein, what's his name? Epstein files and shit. Niggas said at first there was no Epstein files. Now they say there is Epstein files. They say that's just one thing amongst numerous number of things that they are they corrupt. It's like you got it.
It says social unrest, high inequality, environmental degradation, high inequality, right? You know, two genders being equal. Shit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. True kingdom is not going to be ran and governed like that. All right? And it will not prosper that way. Because it's out of order. It's not set up like how the Heavenly Father set up mankind.
The scriptures tell you in Job, the Lord has deprived the woman of knowledge. And it's for a very good reason. Because she can't govern herself.
Right, now you got women officials, mayors. Like, look at the witch in Chicago.
The Northern Tribe Jake, man. Smack.
You know, look like the nigga off the Beetlejuice. Nigga hair was shaped. Yeah. But this is what, like brother say, Brad has allowed in his kingdom, and that's why it's falling, man. And it's beautiful. This nigga's bugging. This nigga's tweaking. He's losing his mind.
Fucking Kamala Harris, when she was the vice president, she ain't do what the fuck did she even do?
Bro, I was in Germany when she was that little race because we was trying to see who was gonna be the next. Because I think he was like sick. All right, some bullshit. And I was like, yo, I can't wait for this shit to happen, man. You know, I did a video and everything. It's like all she could do is laugh and try to laugh, do some little two-step and listen to Jake music.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, and a good movie reference too is called Look Up. So Netflix is called Look Up. Something like Don't Look Up, Don't Look Up. When they had a woman president, and what happened? An asteroid came down and blew the whole earth. You know, the earth isn't going to be eradicated. But you know, it just showed, you know what I'm saying? Like, a woman is not supposed to be in any type of position of authority, man, unless she is governing other women.
Hey, did you have the son?
Oh shit, then they got to the ice chambers and shit from two different planets. I made up my pterodactyls.
Right.
Good ass watch though, bro. So watch it.
But on the movie, it showed the monsters and the people, though. Everybody was just so in tune of all the folly. They was distracted by the social media, by all the entertainment going on, concerts and football games. They wasn't, they wasn't prepared. They knew the asteroid was coming.
Yeah.
Like
niggas was like niggas popping the whips and shit.
I forgot about that part, but you got niggas today. They know that this place America gonna get destroyed. They know about Russia and China and other countries gonna shoot missiles on this place, and they'll tell you like, you know, World War III is coming and stuff. Said, well, why you not repenting for them, man? Because at the end of the day, you just a stupid nigga, man. You don't know what the fuck is going on, man.
Well, they choose to be that way, brother. They choose to be that way because it's like a woman. They choose not to have accountability of their actions. When we take these joints head on. You know what I mean? We have to because we out here. Oh, crazy. Because we have to do that to set the example, man. And we all fucked up.
And on top of that, you know, just through the spirit, you know, the scripture says that the incorruptible spirit is in all things. Just with, you know, the movies and stuff like that, you can chew the meat and spit the bone, so to speak. You can get something spiritual out of that. You know, with who was that? Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise in that movie. However, you know, he was basically being a prophet, you know, and he was basically giving them a warning, just like we do. No, in that movie that we were talking about, Don't Look Up. You know what I'm saying? He was giving them the warning. He was seeing the signs from the heavens and shit like that. And guess what? The people was, you know, still bullshitting and partying and drinking. But what comes to mind? It comes to thinking about Noah and the time of Noah when Noah was on the scene, you know. They looked at Noah as a simpleton. He ain't know it all, you know what I'm saying? And it's, no, I got a precept. This is St. Matthew 24 and verse 37.
It's like my fault. You got more, right?
This is before just to get them out real quick. It says, breakdown of law and order, high crime, declining infrastructure, and military upgrades and internal strife.
Like you said, declining infrastructure. Look at Esau shit. Look at some shit. I seen a video on Instagram or something, like China streets. Nigga took off his shoes and had white socks and, walked around, whatever. And it's in certain parts, you know what I'm saying? But he did it in example to show how clean the streets were. You know? Look at the bridges and, just the decay in all cities. Like I said, the infrastructure is declining. So this place is morally corrupt.
Decay.
It is morally decaying and it's physically decaying as well.
Excessive taxation, overburdening the poor, middle class.
Salakia, look at your paycheck. You get taxed. They tax your paycheck, then tax what you buy.
Yeah, nigga, I thought that was the whole point about taxation without representation or that bullshit.
You see, so come on, man.
Come on, dude.
And then they're stretching it even further.
Then they got that big beautiful bill where now the rich is getting richer. You know what I mean? Because they had they cut their taxes pretty much. Now they getting richer. You know what I'm saying? And now we suffering, Jake. They take away certain benefits and things like that.
Because they trying to make them two classifications, the rich and the poor, which makes perfect sense because that all leads into what Revelation 13:16. All right, where it say free or bond, rich or poor. Ain't gonna be no middle class. It's gonna be on this side or that side. You see?
It's gonna be like Beanie Siegel. You gonna get down and lay down. What my man say? Yeah, state property. Yeah, because that's how it is, man. They're just bullies and they bully you niggas, but you niggas are whatever, Still got a bald ass face and you still bugging the fuck out, man.
And you see that America got weaker because in its beginning, what's that shit called? The Boston Tea Party. Yeah. Them niggas got taxed like, I forgot can somebody just real quick, so like, I know you got more, but just real quick, what was the percentage of the tax? Because I know it was like low as fuck. And if you see if you can compare it to today. So I think today is like,
yeah, that was weird. You talked about Boston Tea Parties. I want to do a lesson on that. That was another a false flag act.
Yeah.
Just like the 9/11. Just to keep, that was the, like, just to move something. Yeah, that's crazy.
This is Proverbs 22:16. It says, "He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want." Yeah. So, like you said, that's what Esau Edom is doing. He's oppressing the poor further to increase his riches. But in the end, this man is going to be the one who's going to be in want. You see? Plain and simple, man. So, hey, it's one of the things where, the Heavenly Father has this man in the book, man. You see? When he say he set him in slippery places, you see? That's exactly what the Heavenly Father's doing, man. Like the scripture say, the pride of thine heart hath deceived me. He think, he's doing, some tactical exercise, you know what I'm saying, to increase his riches and, to oppress the people further, but you don't set yourself up for the rule off the band,
Yeah, he like the nigga in Mission Impossible and shit. The nigga be going through all the little infrared joints. That's what Esau think he's doing, but really he's just flapping in the wind, man.
Per pound, they taxed them, which that's not too much, but that shit can add up. Now, can you
Yeah, back in the day, 3 cents per pound is actually really crazy.
But man, can you look up real quick what's the tax percentage today? And then
the national average should be around 6.5 to 7%. The national average. In Ohio could be different, but I think Maryland or something, it's 6.5 to 7, so that's like the natural average, 7 to 8, 6 to 8%. I could be wrong, but give or take, who gives a shit?
It's just to show you once again, these Americans, they got weaker because they was like, they got taxed off for tea. They was like, nah, fuck that. We gonna rebel.
Up to like 37%.
37%.
37%.
So where's y'all American, what they call them, patriots? Y'all niggas weak as hell. Jake too. Because when Jake gets murdered in the street by a police officer or whatever, sometimes it be their fault, sometimes it be the police fault. But then they rise up, they what's shit called rebel for a couple weeks, then they stop. Even so-called white people, they do the same shit. Y'all weak as hell too, But you got
on the tax, I don't know if Jake cracked it out, but it says the U.S. has a progressive federal income tax system with southern tax rates ranging from 10% to 37%.
It was 20 to 25%.
It's a lot worse now.
Because the dollar decreases every day, so you gotta go for inflation, super inflation or hyperinflation. All right, so you gotta put that in effect. Everything's higher. All right, I went to Popeyes yesterday. That shit was damn near $20 for a 4-piece. That's a family meal 10 years ago. You know what I mean? An 8-piece.
Right. Yeah, Popeyes are? No.
That was fucking that shit up, though. I ain't gonna lie. What you was eating, dog?
We ain't gonna say.
No. No.
This is Job 12 and 23. It says, He increaseth the nations and destroyeth them. He enlargeth the nations and straighteneth them again. See, in America's being straightened. You know, He has allowed, Babylon the Great to prosper. Like the scriptures read in, I believe that same chapter, Revelation, the 18th chapter, going into how, she has lived deliciously. You go into that word, deliciously is, luxuriously. You see? So, Esau, Edom has had his time. He has filled. Right? But now, all that's coming to naught. Now he is straightening this nation, humbling this nation, exposing this nation. You see?
It says inflation and debt, hyperinflation and unstable national debt, resource depletion, loss of authority, central government failing to exercise broad power, leading to fragmentation. It's going into that debt. This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 6. It reads, Shall not all these take up a parable against him? But real quick, let's start at 4. It says, Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Right? Ultimately, dealing with Esau, Edom, like it said, his soul that is lifted up in him is not right. You see, this man is just clean contrary to the ways of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. It reads verse 5. It says, Yet also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. See, we was just going into how he oppresses the people, so on and so forth. He conquers lands and he steals gold. See all the shit dealing with Venezuela and different countries, man.
They got, but America got, they got an extreme amount of reserves. Like, yeah, we just greedy. Yeah, we'd rather take your resources and keep his for what, nigga? It's like having $1 bill or something. You already know it's going to decay, but you still keep that shit under your mattress.
It says he got everything by that philosophy, that wine. You go in there, he make these different, unsustainable, he turned his back on him. He steals shit. Scripture say the thief coming up is to steal, kill, and destroy. So that's why these nations gonna get angry at this devil, man. It come down with those missiles and all this stuff.
It says, Who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. Right? Going into this man cannot be satisfied. He's greedy. He's unsatiable. He's a glutton. All right, in spirit. It says, It cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Right? Look at America, it's a melting pot. All right, and you can apply this furthermore to the MOTB. He's trying to conquer the masses of the people. He's coming under the banner, all right, of the Tower of Babel. know, the philosophy of Nimrod, he has tapped into all these ancient philosophies and made on his own. You see, and then now he's trying to perform a heavy feat by conquering the world under one banner, under one system, dealing with the AI, the digital age, so on and so forth, man. You see? Verse 6, it says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thin clay." You go to that definition of the BLE, thin clay, it goes into debt. See? So this man has laden himself with thin clay, large amount of debt. Alright? But like we're going into, that's one of the key components to a failing kingdom, a failing nation.
Real quick, I just got a quick, what's it called? News heading. I posted this on the Telegram a couple days. This is December 3rd. It says America's debt is now bigger than the entire U.S. economy. 40% of global debt. That's why the American dream is collapsing.
40% of global debt?
God damn, that means we're just consumers.
Yeah.
Well, America's, we're in America, so
It makes perfect sense because this is nothing but a corporation.
yeah.
Just how we got a credit system, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth, states. This is just a big, America's just a big racket for the elites, man. So it's like, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I could be in debt here, you know what I'm saying, moving money. It's like how you got credit cards. It's a system.
And it's crazy. It's like, I know you so like, but at one point, and it's crazy too, cause like you said, with Esau gathering all these different nations. Right now, you see your boy Trump. He's going against these Somalians, and a lot of these different nations, they come over here and they doing fraud, taking a lot of money, claiming their child got autism, and they be dealing with the what's shit called, like the medical system. They be hiring their own people, and then America would give them money for the autism kids, and then they would pocket that shit for their own people, and then also send it back to the people at the land. So now you just got money coming from everywhere, getting stolen and all this shit. So it's just everything is just collapsing. That's why Trump is going crazy. Like, man, we got to send all these damn Somalians back to Africa and these other different nations too. I believe too the Chinese used to do that, like in the early, like back in the day, pretty much. They used to have like their mafias and shit like that. But I think
The
they calmed that shit
triads.
down. Yeah.
That, but yeah. Those so-called immigrants, they've been doing that since millennia, man. They've been taking their money. The money that they make here is way higher when they go to fucking Somalia or some shit, Africa, and then they make mad money. They build up this shit, and then they move back there, and it's like, you know what I mean? Now it hurts the economy because you lost a nigga that, like a telecommunicator. You know, the nigga just be online, like Elon, smacked out his mom, you know? So in all, it's just crazy.
Back in the signs of a collapse of empire, it says judicial ineffectiveness, courts failing to provide justice or enforce laws.
Oh, man.
Child support.
You see that?
Yeah, bad.
Like you said,
It says social and cultural signs, social unrest and violence, protests turning violent, breakdown of civil order, moral decay, decline in ethics and public morality, especially among elites.
So Isaiah 10 at the top says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed." Like I said, injustice, you know what I'm saying? Unrighteous decrees, so on and so forth, man. Ain't no true justice here. Like you said, you got Jake's on child support, all types of, bugged out shit. Different men, women getting murdered by cops, not receiving true justice. Right, murder. They're trying to justify we know niggas bugged out and niggas do too damn much, but sometimes like, damn, you ain't have to do all that.
Jake spending 34 years in jail for some shit that ain't being falsely accused, shit like that, not allowing into the evidence that was given. Convict Jake, you know what I'm saying? But he bugged and he went to the facility, he went to institution for a year and now he's on the streets.
Three strike plan? The 3 strike plan?
for a couple months at Juniper Hill.
Yeah.
Inside.
But back in it says demographic shifts, declining birth rates, population pressures, and major migrations. So you see that majority of people don't want to have no kids no more or nothing, man. And then Esau trying to, kill off people. You know what I'm saying? So all playing a huge part. It says cultural decline, a decline in intellectual and cultural life. It says external threats, invasions, mass migrations, or foreign interference.
Hey, you mind if I make a point real quick? Can you go back to one about the melting pot situation? Yeah, well, the culture. All right. That was the spirit. They got two, look like Moabites, Ammonites, whatever. We ain't got the same situation going. And I'll say it. I'll gladly take the claim, but you can't keep everybody in the same pot, man. We're going to thrash, bro. I can't keep that with that. You know what I mean? So that just shows you the decay of the society, because everybody's not on one accord.
It says external threats, invasions, mass.
I think it's that Ezekiel, you gotta get it when Ezekiel said the caterpillars shall invade, roughly paraphrasing. Because that ain't happened yet. You know what I mean? America ain't really been invaded, but that will happen real soon. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get invaded by certain troops like cartels too. Russia might get a little bit, North Korea, before they completely destroy it. Because I remember years ago, I was the elder Gabar. He used to do a Q&A live, and I asked that question, like, is America gonna get invaded first before it gets destroyed? And he said, yeah. Hey,
How you doing? All right.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's why these people don't trust these different nations, like these Africans and Latinos and so on and so forth. But that's some of them Jake, obviously. But it's just so much fighting. And like I always say, a lot of these different nations are here for the money. So then when this shit really finally collapses and there ain't no more money, some of them's gonna go flee and go back to their own country. But the ones that's gonna be still here, what they gonna do? There's gonna be a race war,
They put them dumbass niggas in the draft.
Yeah,
so to declare what's that? Their status in America.
Yeah,
the citizenship. Oh, look at this, niggas, Migos gonna go there just so they can get their citizenship and get their head knocked off, man. For what?
Yeah, one more. It says climate change, disasters, famine, or environmental mismanagement. It says disasters, famine, or environmental mismanagement triggering broader crises.
Right, environmental mismanagement. Chemtrails, pollution, things that are affecting the atmosphere, affecting how we really live in the breeze. Like you said, that leads to
it says triggering broader crises.
Right, triggering water crisis. See the different hurricanes and shit. And a lot of that shit got to do with hope. And the way that they're just manipulating the elements and the weather.
Yeah, causing droughts, so messing up the land, so you can't really grow. And that's why they're coming up with these different ways to grow crops in these different labs and stuff, trying to take molecules from this animal and grow meat. Alright, because they can't feed them, they can't do anything else. So they're in these labs now, so there's not no outdoor land that's suitable for crops and everything to be grown in the right way. So they're not a result of any shit.
That's why they're using artificial fertilizers, shit like that. Spraying pesticides.
Fake meat going on.
That's why they're doing all that. But like you said, like you read it all the time. These are broader,
triggering broader crises.
Right. See, and that's what's going to happen down the stretch.
It's man-made, it's not really natural. We inspired, we're just not the brother of our parents have a chicken. Basically, he had a chicken, it was having eggs, but the eggs was brown. When you see the eggs in the food, it's still real mode. You know what I'm saying? This is the devil that need to be taken out of the earth. You know, he's tampering with the Lord's creation and coming up with his own ideas of, you know, the Lord's creation, man. That's why, you know, this devil got to go, man.
And just in conclusion, it says these factors often interact, creating a downward spiral where institutions fail, people lose hope, and the state's ability to govern disintegrates, leading to collapse.
Isaiah 24.
Yep, that was
good.
Yeah, I got you. The second Ezra 15 chapter. You're like, come on, man.
Real quick, Paul, pull Revelation 11 and 18.
Yes, sir.
Just to go into that one point further. Wow, this man is just destroying everything, man.
Oh, this is Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged. And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Right,
The earth.
should have destroyed them which destroy the earth. This is what the so-called white man has done. The so-called white man has destroyed the planet Earth. See, look at it. It's cancer everywhere. Look, us being under these lampposts and in the hood, all the wires and shit, that's the shit is leaving off radiation. That's why when you go into the suburbs, you don't see that. They got everything underground. Everything is grounded. You see, but they hang that shit right over Jake's head, man. That's why grandma kidney failure, liver diseases, all types of shit, man. Shit have got your insides boiling, man. That's why niggas is dying. But this is what this devil, the so-called white man has done. But you niggas don't see that, man. They befriend him, you know, but look at us like the scum of the earth, man. Because we calling this man out. Why Meemaw gotta get her leg chopped off, man? Because she got diabetes. Because she been eating shit with yellow 5 and orange 6 and shit in it.
Right,
man.
that's right.
You know?
Yeah, you still want to watch that movie. What's that fucking... What's the joint every weekend they eat? Big Mama's House joint.
Sunday dinner.
Sunday called
Soul food. Yeah, I always gotta go to that. This Big Mama got a joint cut off by diabetes, but the nigga's still gonna eat the same shit that got her arm chopped off and put to death, man.
But then again, it's like but everything now is changing.
Yeah.
Even the fruit. I seen a damn video. I think they was like some Elamites. They was like dyeing carrots. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you look at like Moab, he got fake lettuce. He got, you know, different solutions that he dip in water continuously to make a bowl of lettuce or cabbage or whatever. See? And they get all that shit from eating. Alright? This is the byproduct of the so-called white man in power, man.
That's why the heathen is able to come to the hood and set up shop. So now all the kids growing up, they going straight to the corner store with the food stamp card, fucking they self up even more. So
Chopped
now,
cheeses.
yeah, they starting young.
Yeah.
From the age of fucking 3-4 years old, they eating hot fries and shit.
That's what we did.
That's what we
That's why we had 88, and Jake got ADHD and all types of, you know, psychological problems. That's all we fucking had. We eating fake ass White Castle burgers in a box. Like just think, bro. Like just think of Jake's grocery cart back in 06, 07. I mean, you know, at least for us,
Great.
he was young. Gushers, fruit roll-ups,
Capri Suns,
Fruity Pebbles, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Captain Crunch,
Doritos,
what else? Honeycombs,
honey buns.
Cosmic brownies,
Man.
zebra cakes.
And that's like when you go walk into the store, that's all you see. You don't see no natural health reasons like herbs, all fucking terrible shit, man.
Brother Graham,
Yeah, and you know what? And then after you get claimed or you got diabetes or a high blood pressure or high cholesterol, then he's gonna give you some shit that give you the worst thing. I don't want to.
insulin
Yeah, insulin's gonna make now. All right, now I take insulin. I gotta take a little joint on the joint, but then I got diarrhea. Now I gotta throw up, or I got thoughts of suicide. You know what I mean? I might as well just keep this. You know what I mean?
You even got bottles of water that got fucking all type of shit written in the back of it. It's telling you all the poison they got in it, man.
Contaminants, BPA, fucking microplastics. You know, they say every human being consumes a credit card worth of plastic every month. So it's like you swallowing your Huntington card or your Chase card.
Or your EBT
card.
card.
Your Visa. You know what I'm saying?
In this world, you know, you people with cancer, you know, the longer you live without knowing you have cancer, you'll be cool. Then as soon as you go to the doctor, now it's damn, now I'm dying. Now I got 10 months to live.
Right, because what they do is, the reason why a lot of people just give up the spirit during that process is because they're frying all your cells.
Radiation.
So they're killing both good and bad cells at the same time, hoping that the bad cells die off and be revitalized to the remaining good cells.
Yeah, they're killing the cells that was meant to kill the bad cells.
Right.
So it's killing two birds with one stone, killing the nigga.
It's killing you.
Yes, sir.
So Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4, it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Right. Power was given to him, that red horse, ultimately dealing with the nation of Edom. Right, the red man. Okay? According to Genesis, but the 25th chapter, going into his history. You see? And like it said, it was given him to take peace from the earth. One more time.
Revelation 6:4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Right, to take peace from the earth. And that's what Esau Edom has done. He has taken peace from the earth. He has stripped this place, all right, that was meant to be a paradise, and made it to the upside down world in Stranger Things. You see, where all types of abominable and filthy practices are being practiced, man. All right, simultaneously destroying, like I said, the atmosphere, destroying the minds of the people. You see, right? Like the brother, his soul is not upright in him, man. Can we get that in Hebrews? We say there's no profane person at peace. What you got?
I have it real quick. Just going back to Esau being the sport of the Lord, you know. But this Psalm 17 and verse 13, it say, arise, O Lord, Yahweh Shai, disappoint him. That him is talking about Esau Edom, man. Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked. That's the key point right there. The wicked is Esau Edom, Job 9:24, Malachi 1 and 4. It says, which is thy sword? That's the point. Esau Edom is the sword of the Lord. You know, he's basically been a whooping stick to the nation of Israel for their rebelliousness and their disobedience to the Heavenly Father, man. So, and ultimately, you know, this sword was basically used for what? To trick the minds of the people, all right, conquer the people, and even the other nations.
Yeah, because it's going to vex you.
But this is the wide part of the Esau Edom, man.
Yeah, that's real talk.
Got it, bro.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, fuck this place, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Like, that's wild, B. This is Hebrews 12 and 16.
Like an anime character, man.
Yeah, he look like, yeah. He got a corset with it.
It's so crazy. The brother just mentioned about alphabet, and the alphabet just walked right past.
Bro, we've seen this so many times. In this camp alone, we've seen that you remember when my man always talking about, he dropped like, one of the niggas dropped like a pound of bricks.
Yeah.
But we heard it was like, yo! But no.
That nigga dropped like a pound of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, there it is. There. That's what I was there. Yeah, alluded to. Yeah, but Elder Big Guy was pissed, bro. That's how you should be, bro. Anyways, this is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
What the hell are you guys talking about? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man who received salvation. That's bullshit. Like you said, this man is profane, meaning he's outside the temple. See? Can we get that in Jeremiah 2, verse 13?
Right in it.
And then can we get what's that? Psalms 10, 4? He said, Most High is not in all this stuff. You know? This man is just, he's the wicked, like the brother brought out in that Psalm 17. He is the wicked. He was ordained to be the wicked. And he's doing a hell of a job. Whatever Jim got put on.
Yeah, let's go to an hour. It's like 10 more minutes.
Jeremiah 24, what you say? Sorry.
13. Custom duty.
That's why the Lord said he's coming to cut off a long disease, man. This cancer of the earth, man.
13.
You know, which got our people all bugged out, man, following after the ways of America, man. With this man ultimately, like, you know, putting poison in our food, metals in our deodorants, all types of shit. You got titanium in your motherfucking deodorants that you use, man. Think about that.
What the fuck? How'd I get there?
You're breathing those chemtrails. I forget what it is. It's a metal. Small particulates. It's all, yeah, go on.
It's Jeremiah 13 and verse 23. It says, can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leper his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
The so-called white man is accustomed to do evil, man. Look at his track record. Look at this nigga's track record, man. Look at his track record. What did he do when he came over here to the Americas? He slaughtered the northern tribes, the Native Americans, the Seminole Indians, so on and so forth. Look at what he did to the so-called black race, the Haitians, so on and so forth, man. Slaughtered you, man. See? Like you said, this man is just completely wicked, and he's still doing it to this day. No matter how much niggas try to say we free, this, and that, man, you're an employee. An employee means slave.
Right.
When you go to the etymology of it, we're still in subjection, man. All right, and now it isn't just, he ain't cracking a whip on your back no more. He's killing you from the inside out. He has polluted your mind, polluted your thought process, polluted your food, polluted what you drink, your children, and like you said, the fruit of thy, thy loins. You see? Like you said, the woman, he stripped the feminine mindset from our women. He stripped the masculine mindset of our men. All right, so this man has just systematically destroyed everything. Destroying humanity, destroyed the earth. And this is why the prophets are back today. To curse this devil out and to profess his wickedness in the earth. That's why it's a big stir. If you get on the ground, everybody talking about the Jews now. Who started that, man? That started with our elders and apostles and their elders, man, exposing the devil. That's why it's a big fuss about the JOOs, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? They make memes, and then it's that creepy ass nigga with the big nose. You know what I'm saying? That started from us.
What's the double side beyond that, though?
You know?
After that, they get exposed, but therefore you still got people that's taking up for them.
Yep.
I.e., you sell out niggas, man.
Right. What's the shit called? What's the law? Anti-Semitism.
Oh yeah, anti-Semitism. Yeah, you go to jail for that. You get put to death for that in Germany.
I thought when they
Poland.
called us niggas, I thought that they were niggas. Like piece of wood, it felt like a person with black and stuff.
Well, when you go to the word, like it does go to black. It's a derogatory term.
But then when they
Because we're
say
not black. Are you black?
No.
Your parents are black. This is black. That's not. We're not black. They
So
put.
basically, a nigga is if you lack of knowledge, which means
Yeah, you're not known. Yeah.
Darkness, so to speak. It's a play on words. Because look, you got black people and white people. Black symbolically meaning void of white, and then white going in a period. So they try to portray themselves.
the lack of knowledge, which means any race.
It is, right? Anybody can be a nigga. You know, like I said, it's just a play on words, but that's how they try to use it to make themselves as the light and make us as the dark.
Right. That's just what happened to me at my job just now. I just got wrote up on my job because I had to go use the restroom. So I
can't even take a piss.
No, not even puke. I put my poop.
I'm just saying.
So I got wrote up because I was in a process of
Oh, so we're not there.
She wrote me up because she started saying that
I got a charger, but it's a mobile. I don't have a type C. I might have.
Ultimately, this befell us, our people, because we went up with the covenant to the Heavenly Father and the Son, or the Heavenly Father. You see, and now we're under a curse.
I don't have a type C.
She said the curse.
But we gonna grab a couple more. I think Jake's phone about to die.
Y'all have a
Yeah,
good
so
day.
hey,
You too, madam. Thank you. Appreciate that. You be safe, all right?
So we might as well just close up there. All right, so Lord willing, now is edifying to whoever may receive. They're gonna give all glory and praises to
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakradash.
the honors, our beloved elders and apostles, great field, so elect. Wow, Abba Ball.
Abba Ball. Shalom. Lord's will we endure. Kwa Mashallah.